Lucas 2. The first thing I wanted to cover first is that the mechanical CPR devices, in comparison with good manual CPR, is showing that the discharge outcomes are the same, and with the things. So the whole point about that is for us to be able to do good manual CPR, we're changing compressors every 2 minutes. We're doing it at a rate of 100 to 120 at a depth of 2 to 2.4 inches, limiting the interruptions on the chest and minimizing them to at least 10 seconds, no more than 10 seconds. So because we can't do that, because we don't have the resources on scene, we've come up with this and we're putting them on all the trucks. So this is the Lucas 2, which is battery powered. So let's talk about the batteries.
All right.
Each battery will last approximately 45 minutes to an hour with use. They don't create a memory, so they can be recharged at any point along that discharge cycle. And they apparently do not lose power sitting on the shelf. Also, if you leave them on the charger, it will not damage them, it won't overcharge, so that's the nice advantages of that. It has 3 bars when you look on the Lucas to show the life. 3 bars means there's 90 to 100%. 2 bars means there's 90 to 60%. 1 bar is 60% to 30, and at 30% it turns orange and you have 10 minutes left at that very moment to do that. And we'll go over on how to do that. The batteries can be charged on the Lucas using the power cord, or can be charged on the base charger. Alright, if you charge them on the Lucas, you can charge in the case as long as you leave the case open. So let's look and see what's in the case. The nice advantage is everything we need, it will be in this case. It is on operative IQ for your inspection, for both on the spare and the primary. So when you open it up, first of all, there's the manual is in the middle of the case. But the first thing that's going to present is your board. You're going to have your migration prevention strap, and then you have 2 pockets in there. This is, of course, is your Lucas. And the first one, there's your power cord, and it has 2 parts to it. Okay, they're just not assembled because of the to fit into that pouch. The white arrows match up with the white on the Lucas itself, and that is how you're going to put that in there. This will be sticking up in amongst the board, which is why we can't leave it charging with the case closed. But you can use the Lucas device with the power cord as long as their battery is in place. And then the second one has your spare battery. So we also have a spare suction cup that can be changed out. We can clean these and use them until they are showing signs of wear and damage. And then at the beginning of your shift, you can see that all of that's there. And then I'm just going to move this so we can see it. The alarm sounding button is going to give you your indicator of that. So we're doing this, it is at 3 bars, which is where we want it to be at the beginning of the shift. So we will remove the battery, pull out slightly on the bottom and slide up. Can you pass me the spare battery? We'll put that in the spare spot. We will put this over to this spot here, and we recheck again, and we're at 3 bars. Now we've done our inspection, we reassemble the case, and we will be able to mark off on our operative IQ that the Lucas is present, all parts are there, and that the batteries are charged and rotated. Alright, so let's look at how the control panel works. You have the line right here at the top, this is your power button. Notice it goes through a little bit of a cycle. And so it's good to, we will turn it on before we put it on the patient. And so the light here will sign 1, which means that the plunger is able to be moved up and down. Once you get the plunger in place, which will be sitting on the chest there, you can lock it in 2. And then from there, you can go either 30 to 2. Just going to let you know that you'll hear 3 sound beeps as it ends the 30 compressions. And the person who is doing the ventilations needs to be ready to get that first breath right then, otherwise you won't have enough time to do 2 breaths. The continuous CPR device is also going to blink every 6 seconds so that you can see when it's time to give a breath. So now that we've gone over it, we can, if you use it and the battery needs to be changed. All you need to do is press it to get to the 2, take the battery out, replace it, and you do that in a short amount of time. It will not have to be reset. So the big thing about this is we need to be starting with manual CPR, and we will be transitioning over to the mechanical CPR. So we're just going to do a practice run through. Let's put this case back together. Put that straps in there, and we will go through a whole circuit and eventually training. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with manual CPR. We're going to move through the process of putting the board underneath, and then move through the process of transitioning out of manual into mechanical on our wonderful Annie. So, Tyler, you're going to start with a
CPR.
Okay, so is he starting CPR and then I'm writing with Lucas?
Yes, we're just basically we're not going to do the whole code here, but at this point in time, he is going to be the first person on scene, is going to recognize as soon as the patient is in need of resuscitation. We'll start the compressions, and then the other person will be looking at doing the monitors, which we'll cover in another time, and then we will make the transition. So let's get started.
All right. Good morning.
Okay, here I am. I brought the Lucas.
All right.
I'm really happy about this, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Okay. I'm going to get everything set up for you, Tyler. We'll be ready to transition. I'm going to take it out. Let me just check and make sure. Okay, we're good. So I'm ready to go.
Okay.
You know,
Put the board under.
When you're ready for the board, you let me know. Okay, face it up, underneath, and slide it over.
Okay.
Doing great CPR. When you're ready, we'll take another pause and I'll quickly look it up.
All right, ready?
Ready? Up, your side, side down, I'm in. Okay, let's go to continuous, put it down.
Oh, yeah, ready to adjust.
Pause, it's adjusted.
No, to 1. Let's start it at 1. Lower it down to so it's in there and it's on the right location. It's in the nipple line there, and then you go into to 2 and then to 3.
And if our patient had arms, we would go ahead and secure their arms.
Okay, we're going to stop here. Just hit the pause. You hit the pause. If you're doing that, you notice with this, I'm going to do it at 30 to 2 so that you can hear and see the time frame, and it's very clear. So.
That's how I want to sit on that.
Boom, and you have to be ready to go because it's going to be here.
Yeah, so
It's
it's
that
quickly.
way. Yeah. So if we will go to the 30, the continuous, you notice there it's doing that.
Flash red, right?
And no, it's just going, this slide here is going to do the flash.
Okay.
And that's giving you the signal that you should be ventilating the patient.
So is it set to ventilate once every 6 to 8 seconds?
Yes. So the most important thing to remember is that as soon as we put it on, we're at 1, we lower the plunger so we get our start point for the compression so to go to the right depth and come up and allow for full recoil. 2 locks it into place. It's just like on those positions on that knob on the Lucas one. And then we have a choice between 30 and 2 and continuous. If we need to change the battery, all you need to do is flip it to there, pull it out, and switch them in. It was going to light up to 2 and then start again, whichever one you want.
Okay, so it just automatically, we have to make it start.
Start.
Okay. Much better, these instructions.
It means it's just at 90%. Alright, I think we'll stop there. And then just remember that if it doesn't make the chest, then the Lucas is too big for the patient, or the patient is too small for the Lucas, so you need to continue with manual CPR. If we don't have the ability to put it around there, the patient is too large, and we need to continue with manual CPR.